The shooting suspect accused of targeting Minnesota lawmakers is believed to have been planning more politically motivated attacks outside of the state. 57-year-old Vance Boelter is facing 2 counts of second-degree murder and 2 counts of second-degree attempted murder. That's according to the criminal complaint filed in Hennepin County court. He's also facing 6 federal charges in connection to the shooting death of Democratic Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband in Brooklyn Park. Early Saturday morning, authorities say Boelter, disguised as a police officer, first drove up to Senator John Hoffman's house, where he shot and seriously wounded the lawmaker and his wife. After fleeing, surveillance video appears to show Boelter ringing the doorbell of another lawmaker's home, but nobody answered. An attack at a third politician's house was thwarted by a police officer conducting a safety check at the property. Shortly after, the suspect made his 4th stop at the Hortman's home in Brooklyn Park, where he allegedly killed the couple before escaping on foot and sparking a massive manhunt. The accused assassin may still be on the run if it weren't for a sharp-eyed neighbor who spotted the suspect in rural Green Isle.
As I was coming down the driveway, I said, "Dad, there's somebody in the front yard." I was turning my truck this way. I could see him clear as day, just squatting there. And I'm like, that's a person.
Now, this is Wendy Thomas. She alerted authorities when she saw a strange man ducked down by a culvert while leaving the driveway of a friend's house in Sibley County on Sunday. Thomas says she flagged down a sheriff's deputy on patrol who told her to take cover near Country Road 11. Law enforcement then closed in on this property owned by Kevin Efforts. Efforts says the suspect, Vance Boelter's house, is located about a mile down the road from his. While the neighbors knew one another, Efforts says Boelter never showed signs that would indicate he'd planned such a deadly and politically motivated attack.
I was pretty traumatized, and I had to go take a break with my brother and just let some tears out.
This is where he crunched down when Wendy drove out of my driveway. He never had any political views that we talked about. It was always about, the weather, what's going on, how's your family. A guy, you shake your hand with him and everything else, and then he does this.
The massive manhunt came to an end when Boelter surrendered to police, crawling out of the woods near his home. This is just southwest of Minneapolis. Minnesota lawmakers are considering tighter security measures now at state capitol buildings in reaction to these recent deadly targeted attacks. Earlier today, Senator Amy Klobuchar spoke about the assassinations of Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark, and the attempted killings of Senator John Hoffman and his wife. You can see a makeshift memorial at the Capitol in St. Paul that's continuing to grow as lawmakers say they're now contemplating a previously unthinkable world where democratically elected representatives need full-time security details to protect them from the public.
And it was a horrific weekend, but we have jobs to do, and we all know that. And one of them is to engage in civil debate, not the horror show that we saw this weekend, but to actually debate consequential issues for the people of this country. And one of them is this bill.
On Sunday, Minnesota Democratic Senator Tina Smith also spoke out, saying, quote, "I don't want to think that I have to have a personal security detail everywhere I go, but I think we really have to look at the situation that we're in," end quote.